smart. Come on.
I always care if she's smart.
You know what,
nigga, as I tell young men all the time,
a
bad woman will be the ruin of your fucking life. Yeah, man, choose wisely.
I'll say that, but I never heard nobody say the girl in my dream is gonna be smart, pretty. No, she's gonna be pretty to you.
Exactly. If somebody says the girl in my dreams is just gonna be pretty, like if that's what you lead off with, then that lets me know that when you end up with a tiny like woman who is tearing your life apart.
Now, pretty don't always mean happy.
They're probably usually unhappy, but I don't know. I really don't. Intelligence, you just gotta be smart enough. I don't really care if you're actually smart because that's relative. You just gotta be smart enough.
Well, I feel like you have to be smart with the numbers. Like if you dumb with your finances, I feel like that relationship is gonna fall apart.
What the definition is of dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't have no dumb shit. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of chicks are dumb.
No, a lot of chicks are dumb.
Yeah, a lot of chicks.
I mean, a lot of these niggas are brain dead, but a lot of these chicks are dumb.
I know you're bringing up the contrast, but like a smart woman and a smart man, I mean, it just doesn't really matter.
To be honest with you, when it comes to the situation like that, it's
you
really
can be a dumb man and be successful.
Yeah, you can be, but in that case, you're not. That doesn't make you dumb though. That just make you ignorant.
No, you could be dumb.
No. You could be dumb.
I feel like dumb is like the inability to learn. You know what I'm saying? Not the fact that
okay.
You just don't know
Let's examine this. We'll examine this at the tail end in the relationship segment. I'm adding that in right now. But to finish off music, talking about dumb shit, Cardi B over here trying to fight Nicki Minaj at the goddamn Fashion Week.
How'd she hit that lump on her head?
Oh, she got hit by Rashida Ali. Rashida Ali, literally, she went from being a shoe designer to a bodyguard on Wikipedia in 5 minutes.
Elbow, bow.
She came with that bow, bow, bow. Like she gave that cheek keef. Yeah, she hit with that cheek keef.
Why she hit Cardi?
Because she decided to be Captain Save-A-Ho. And I mean that for Nicki Minaj. I mean, people can say, oh, you shouldn't say that about... No, Nicki Minaj is a hoe. But she decided to get in there, involved in it, and move her out the way. Now, what I thought was ironic is that Cardi B got taken out like she was a stray dog and led out by security. Like, nope, you got to leave. Meanwhile, Nicki Minaj got to stay.
I'm sorry, baby. Yeah, you got enough money. You need to learn to carry yourself.
And you know how much that dress cost that she had on, man?
Yeah, you know how much money she don't give a fuck about? Now, what I am really mad at Cardi B for is not taking her fucking ass to Bruno Mars' goddamn concert so she can get that Lambo paid for again. Because Bruno Mars offered your ass to go on concert. You do not turn Bruno Mars down to be his opening act. Make that money. Hire a babysitter. There's 3 men here. We could take care of your baby. Get us that formula milk. You know, we just gonna take 150, maybe 200,000.
Hey, but
no, she gonna have somebody
Nicki
watch
Minaj
kids.
tour, did it get canceled?
I don't think so.
I know Future pulled out of it.
Well, Future pulled out of it, but I don't think it got canceled. I think it's still going.
Why Future pulled out your tour?
Future pulled out her tour because Future is like, I don't think this shit's gonna sell the way that it was supposed to sell.
When's the last time Future came out with an album?
Shit, Future came out with the album yeah, that's a good point. 2016, I think.
Damn, Rich Future, where you at?
I mean, where your niggas at? Where your niggas at?
Future album, Thug came out with music, but it ain't pop.
Nah, I like the Slime Language, but I feel like the problem with Slime Language was just that 2017, that's when Hendrix and Future came out. That was last year. Damn. It didn't feel like last year. And also, he did come out... Oh, no, he came out with Beast Mode 2 with Zaytoven.
A mixtape?
I mean, it's a mixtape, but it came out. And it sold. I mean, not very well, but it sold some.
That's sold enough.
Yeah. Super Slimy with Young Thug was actually decent, the two of them together.
Was it?
Yeah, it was actually decent. I felt like it's a good mixture of the two, but I felt like Thug did more futurist-like stuff with the ad-libbing.
Yeah.
Exactly, stuff like that. Instead of Future did most of the rapping. I mean, there's a couple songs where Thug went in, but it could have been. Well, let me phrase that. It should have been better.
How much did it sell?
Shit, they don't even list how much this shit sold. Commercial performance. It sold 15,000 pure album sales with 75,000 album equivalent units in its first week of release.
That's terrible.
Yeah, it's not as bad as God. What was that album that went straight wood?
The Red Dirt album.
Damn, maybe it was a Red Dirt album. Them boys need to come out with some new shit. But continuing on, let me see what Beast Mode 2 did. What did Beast Mode 2 do? Beast Mode 2 did the equivalent of 57,000 albums. That was worse than the shit he did by himself. Or that he did with Young Thug. damn, he should have kept that shit to himself. He also did make the whole Superfly motion picture soundtrack shit, and that didn't go anywhere, so that might have been part of where his creative juices flow, and it did not flow well. But last, to end this on a nice note, Meek Mill and Drake performing together again. It's good. It's nice to see that, they're not going to let one chick stand in between them and, making it up. I always felt like they were actually pretty good on the songs that they were on together. But
when did this happen?
Happened, I think, last night, 2 nights ago. Saw it on Twitter.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah. I hope. The cruelest irony would be if they came out with a collaborative album together and did not invite Nicki Minaj.
Ha!
She would probably be like, I put y'all two together. Well, I mean, actually, Drake just wanted to ride your face, and Meek Mill was stuffing you when you could be stuffed, which was not a lot, apparently, according to Remy Ma's diss track, which,
damn,
she bodied you. She absolutely bodied you.
You know that long-ass one that I fell asleep on?
Well, I mean, if you fell asleep, nigga, you must not have been using them damn things called your ears. But,
yo, son, Remy Ma, I rap like this, street spits. I'm like, fuck you.
Nah. You're just a hater.
Everybody knows.
Continuing on.
That shit sucked.
Continuing on, R. Reed. Since you're a hater, we'll talk about the other hater in the room. In the world of sports this week, Serena Williams got one game taken away from her, and she lost her match. But she felt like she stood up for women.
Bullshit.
Is it because of what she had on?
No,
it's not because of what she had on. Basically, she argued with the ref. And he took a game away from her.
She said he was being misogynist when you're probably being, what's the word, misandrinist?
She's not a misandrinist.
Either way, I'm just like, it wasn't about that. Bitch, you lost. It's just...
Hey, he's never taken away a game from a man. I'm just saying. He's never taken away a game from a man. He's never done that.
Like, your bullshit that happened on the fucking sports court has nothing to do with...
Whoa. Bullshit is over-exaggeration.
That feminism bullshit in that case...
That's not feminism bullshit. That is called me standing up for myself.
So, stand up for yourself. That's fine.
So basically, he was essentially trying to tell her how to play. He was basically trying to coach her. She's like, no, I'm not... I don't need you to tell me how to play. Like, I'd rather lose. And so... He was like, oh, okay, all right, I'll show you how to lose. And he just basically takes a game away from her, which essentially is a set. They go 15, 30, 45 love. He takes one of those away from her, so that basically makes it to where she's not going to win. And then she calls him a thief, and he gets really mad about that. And it's just like all flustered, but it's like, I understand you not liking her talking back to you, but this is what happens every time black women speak up on anything, is that somebody gets mad about it and then they want to do whatever. Like I saw a thing on Twitter where this white woman comes up and just grabs this black woman's hair and starts playing with it. If the black girl turned around and beat the shit out of her, y'all would be like, why are black people being like that? Why can't we be more peaceful? She was nice, and y'all like, see, that's how y'all... No, she shouldn't have. If somebody come up and rub your head right now, Ari, you, as far as I'm concerned in America, have the right to turn around and deck a motherfucker in the face.
Is it you rubbing it?
No.
Sure it's not you rubbing it?
I'm 100% sure. But if somebody comes up to you, Armstead, and grabs the top of your head, I think in America you should have the right to turn around and punch them in the face repeatedly.
No, man, I got two weapons, man.
Well,
left arm, right arm, man.
Exactly. I feel like you should be able to use 2 arms. I feel like you should be able to get in a volley of 4 to 5 punches. Maybe 8 if you can make them quick enough.
All I need is 1.
Hey, if you can knock them out with 1, that's good enough. But I feel like you should have the right to do that. And while I disagree with you, R. Reed, I feel like she stood up for herself, and I feel like the nigga didn't like that she stood up for herself. He thought that she was going to be like, oh, okay, well.
I don't think it has anything to do with feminism.
I think it does have a lot to do. Based on it, if he had taken away anyone else's
the girl
points,
she was playing, is she black and Chinese?
She is Haitian and Japanese. Haitian and Japanese.
Funny.
Or what's that dude?
Tiger Williams.
Yeah, Tiger Williams.
What's his name?
Tiger Williams.
Tiger. Damn,
Yeah,
what the fuck is his name?
Tiger Woods, you mean?
Tiger Woods.
Ain't no tigers in no goddamn wood. His last name should be Jungle.
No, Naomi Osaka. I don't know why I want to say
There was
that.
actually 4 Musketeers.
But she won the game. She was super excited about it. The referee, she was like, "Look, I'll make sure that you never referee me for another game again." And I feel like that's a threat that she can do. I feel
that's
like
fine. I mean, just don't mention your bullshit feminist agenda.
That's not bullshit feminism agenda. That is her standing up for herself.
That is just saying. That's like me going to McDonald's and they get my order wrong. It's because I'm black.
And probably would be because you're black.
That's because I went to a black McDonald's, but that's neither here nor there.
Exactly. I guarantee if we did like remember that show
that's what she did.
Remember that show that Ice Cube had?
Something that had nothing to do with it.
No, it did have something to do with it. He took a whole game away from her because he didn't like how she responded.
Wait, did she lose the game or did he take the game away?
No. So basically, you have to win a certain number of sets. And he basically took one of those away from her.
He took a set away?
He took a whole ass set away.
She's going to lose anyway, bro.
No, she was going to lose. Yeah. But the difference is me losing myself, continuing on from where we left off. Because I kept that going. Serena was well within her rights to speak up. Yeah, and I'm glad that she did. And again, we can disagree. We can disagree on it. I
thought that was weak because when you actually have something, then that's when people ignore you. However, I recommend you always use your card when you can, and you have two to use them. And good job of using the feminist one, even though it only helps white women and not your black ass.
She used the card that she decided she wanted to use.
Did y'all know at one point in time dunking was banned?
Yeah.
What kind of shit is that?
White people couldn't dunk. So
white people can't dunk, so they don't want you to be able to do it.
This happened in NCAA.
But since you want to have fake outrage.
I'm just saying.
R. Reed, why don't you talk about how you feel about Amber Geiger killing both Shem Jean?
I don't know. We don't know enough of the story yet. We just know it's wrong, but I think there's more to it.
You think it was a hit? Because that's what a lot of people are saying.
I don't know if it was a hit. She wouldn't have got caught.
I mean, possibly not. But
you think he beat that white bitch? Like, I'm talking about like sex. I'm sorry, guys. That's what I mean by beat or cap that bitch.
You think that they had sex together? I mean, they live in the same apartment. It's possible. I mean, I don't think so unless we can establish a prior relationship. Which, how did we establish a prior relationship?
I don't know. We can ask him.
What we gonna ask? We gonna ask Apple to release text messages?
They ain't gonna do it.
No, they're not. They don't even like helping the police. So they're not about to release anything to help incriminate the police.
Yeah. Anyway, this bitch walked into this nigga apartment and she thought it was hers and she killed the person that was in it and she was a police officer.
Man.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like some people think some people think it's a hit. Some people think that they're estranged lovers. That's the angle that R. Reed was going with. I'm thinking that she just was a white woman and thought that she could use her privilege to get out of any situation until she found out that niggas on the apartment below had recorded the entire incident. Well, not the shooting, but recorded the whole open the door, bang bang. And it was like, let me go upstairs. And then she started walking back and forth looking guilty as a motherfucker. And as we know, video evidence is 5/10 of the law.
It's a black man, so you might want to drop that a little bit.
Well, no, that's why I dropped it to 5. Because if this had been a white person recording a white person who had been shot, they should have been in jail right now.
Is she?
No, she's not. Although the police have said that she should be in jail. Yeah. But who's going to pick her up? None of your people are. Because, cops always stick together. Blue wall of silence. We're not going to do anything to our own. But he's a pedophile. He's still one of our own. So we stand up for pedophile. Yeah.
Are you guys burning your crosses for the church? I mean, I don't know.
Are the police still burning crosses for the church?
Catholic church or something.
I mean, but burning a cross for the Catholic Church would be just everything that the KKK has ever wanted. They're going to burn crosses for us.
For like sex and kids and stuff.
I mean, the thing about it is,
why don't they just give up the value of celibacy? Right?
Because if they do that, then that means that they're admitting that they're just like everybody else and they have urges, and they'd rather not admit that they're just like everybody else.
Can they even jack off, or you can't do anything?
No, you can't do anything. If you're a nun, it's even worse than that. Like, you're not even supposed to ever be seen enjoying yourself. Like, you can laugh and stuff like that, but yeah, you can't. Whatever. At least with a priest, you get to live amongst regular people. Nuns, you go into a chantry or a coven and that's pretty much it.
I think a coven is for witches.
Is it?
Witchcraft.
You think it's chantry then?
I don't know what it is.
Black magic.
Yeah. Chantry is a chapel building on private land or dedicated area, or an altar with a parish or church set aside specifically for the performance of chantry duties by priests.
Yeah, bro, I didn't even know that. I know, but I didn't know. Like a plot.
Yeah.
What kind of chanting shit you just do just now?
Man, we might need to get this motherfucker exercise. It sound like he got some problems wrong with him. I knew he was on that Serena Williams thing because she black. I knew that's what it was. Continuing into our next topic, we're going to talk about a topic that is near and dear to your heart, Ari.
Okay, so
and that is Nas going on about abusive relationship.